Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and this video is just to give you my thoughts on Abel Sanchez's remarks about all black fighters, that they don't appeal to the general public as in exciting. Abel Sanchez was in an interview and he said black fighters, quote, don't, how did he put it? He put it that they don't excite the fans. They don't fight for the fans. You know, the boxing fundamentals that they exercise or they practice aren't exciting to the fans. The fans don't want to see hit and not get hit. They want to see blood and guts. They want to see wars. They want to see battles. They want to see people get the shit beat out of them. And my rebuttal on that is, first of all, but he also, well, let me explain what he also said also. He said, well, I had a black fighter by the name of Terry Norris, and I trained the Mexican style, and he was a killer. He was very aggressive, and he was exciting. And, but here's the thing. My take on all that is, first of all, before everyone gets butthurt or offended, which you could be offended because he is wrong for saying all black fighters, because all black fighters don't fight like that. Look at Luis Ortiz. Look at Earl Spence. Those guys don't fight like Mayweather, like Landy Lara, like I would say Pernell Whitaker, but Pernell Whitaker, you know, knew how to dodge punches, you know, like a James Toney. These guys did mix it up, and these guys suffered. You see a lot of them are, you know, are punchy right now. You know, James Toney's punchy right now for even having the slick style that he has, and he was hard to hit. It's a dangerous sport, okay? Well, that was contradicted for him to say all black fighters, but there is truth to what he was saying. He was saying that a lot of guys that, like Mayweather, you know, look at the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. Look at Landy Lara. Look at the Lara-Canelo fight. A lot of those fighters, those fans, are Mexican fans, okay? And this is what Abel Sanchez was targeting. He wasn't really targeting black fighters. He was targeting Canelo Alvarez on the way Canelo Alvarez fought Triple G in the first fight. He used the ring. He boxed. He moved. He laid on the ropes. He countered. And they expected Canelo to fight a certain fight, just like everyone expected Floyd to fight Manny Pacquiao like he did Conor McGregor, but he didn't, because styles make fights. You know, that takes wisdom and discernment and you know, enough sense to know I can't fight this guy like this, because if I fight him like this, I'm going to get caught with something that I don't need to get caught with. Okay, it's about being smart. Abel Sanchez was attacking Canelo Alvarez in that post, okay, because Canelo Alvarez is known not to have quick footwork, okay? He's known to have cement feet. That's the labels that in boxing circles people have called him, cement feet, because he doesn't move. He comes forward. He has a good upper body movement and good punching variety in you know, in speed and power, but he can't move his feet. You know, so he was criticized by that. Now he starts moving his feet. Now he starts being compared to a slicker fighter like a Lara, because he did do a Landy Lara impersonation when he fought Triple G, and he did a pretty good job, you know, but he was not able to outland Triple G. Triple G initiated his game plan a lot better than Canelo, but Canelo did enough, you know, enough counterpunching in combinations to make that a good fight. I think he landed the better punches. I don't think they were the harder punches, because Golovkin hits harder than Canelo, you know, and then Golovkin's a tough bastard, okay? So he took everything that Canelo threw at him, you know, so, and I always said Canelo Alvarez was an overrated puncher, but he's definitely an overrated puncher now because he's in a different weight class, you know, so Fonfora was able to stop Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He was not. And he hit Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. with everything that he could possibly do. Chavez was a human punching bag, but he was not able to stop Chavez. Okay? So that should tell you about his punching power. So no, he doesn't have the punching power, I don't even think, to hurt Golovkin and knock him out. Maybe to the body. If he attacks Golovkin's body, because Golovkin did act a little weird when Canelo would go to the body. He covered up real well, more than he did upstairs. You know, Golovkin, I don't think really respected his power. Maybe his uppercuts, he was, you know, susceptible to those. But, you know, Golovkin has a better boxing IQ than people give him credit for anyhow. So, you know, it was a good fight. But Abel Sanchez's objectives was to attack Canelo Alvarez by mentioning black fighters and stereotyping them to fight a certain way, which that's wrong. But there is truth to what he was saying. You know, Mexican fighters expect guys to come forward and beat each other's brains out, or, you know, just like cockfighting, okay? That's what Mexicans, they like wars. I like wars. You know, you got two Mexicans in there. That's how they fight. You got a Golovkin that was trained Mexican style, right? That's why he has Mexican fans. Then you have Canelo Alvarez being Mexican. The only problem is Canelo Alvarez is not a traditional, quote unquote, Mexican fighter. He doesn't fight Mexican style. He uses different variations and different styles and makes his own. He uses a little bit of Floyd. He uses a little bit of Chavez. He uses a little bit of Duran. He uses a little bit of a lot of fighters, you know, and he makes his own style. He's not an aggressive style guy. He's not an Angulo, you know. He doesn't fight like that. He fights with counterpunching. He uses a little bit of Juan Manuel Marquez. You can see it in there. He uses different styles, different variations of styles to make up his style. Okay, so that's Canelo Alvarez all day. So when he did switch it up with Golovkin, you know, that I think that troubled Abel Sanchez because they weren't prepared for that particular fight. Okay, so that's what that was. So before everybody gets pissed off at Abel Sanchez, calls him an idiot right there, you know, you have every right to do that. But in another sense, understand who he was targeting. He mentioned that, you know, and then he trained Terry Nars. And then come to mention Terry Nars. Look at Terry Nars now. Terry Nars is, you know, he got knocked out a couple times. Why? Fighting aggressively when he should have trained him to use his power. There's nothing wrong with using combinations and going to the body and being aggressive, but defense is apparent. And I don't think that style fit Terry Nars. Yes, he was exciting, but yes, it also caused him to get caught with punches that he didn't need to get caught with, you know. So there's pros and cons to that fighting style, you know. So Terry Nars was knocked out by Keith Mullins. He didn't, you know, there was no reason for him to get knocked out by a guy like Keith Mullins, you know. But Keith Mullins was a dangerous journeyman, and he upset Terry Nars. Terry Nars lost a huge multi-million-dollar deal with Oscar De La Hoya in the 90s. People forget that. But it was because of a quote-unquote Mexican aggressive killer style like Abel Sanchez taught him. So, no, it's not always a good thing to go, it's exciting, sure. But is it the best thing? No. Would we like to see Mayweather fight Pacquiao like he did McGregor? Sure you would. But what would have been the outcome for Floyd Mayweather if he got knocked out by Manny Pacquiao? That wouldn't be the smartest thing for him to do at that time, okay, with that particular opponent. So that's what it is, and that's my rebuttal on it. You guys tell me what you think. But this message is a comforter for Abel Sanchez, and understand on who the direct enemy was. Until then, guys, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.